military strike team kicks down a door, the target's environment has usually already been wired. The people planting those bugs belong to a highly classified military unit known as the Intelligence Support Activity, or Task Force Orange. Public attention naturally gravitates toward the heavily armed operators and Delta Force, or the Navy SEALs. But the tactical advantage on a raid belongs to the ghosts who mapped the target in the first place. The US military learned this lesson the hard way. In 1980, 52 Americans were held hostage in Tehran, and the Pentagon needed to mount an immediate rescue. Operation Eagle Claw was a catastrophic failure. The military sent its top-tier operators, but without on-the-ground intelligence, the mission ended in the desert with crashed helicopters and 0 hostages rescued. The disaster exposed a fatal flaw. The Department of Defense had the world's most elite assault teams, but no organic way to scout a target or gather human intelligence beforehand. To ensure they would never fly blind again, the Pentagon built a dedicated in-house spy ring. Task Force Orange was designed specifically to slip through foreign environments unnoticed and prepare the battlefield. This flowchart illustrates the F3EA targeting loop: find, fix, finish, exploit, and analyze. It is the machine that drives Joint Special Operations Command, and Task Force Orange dominates the initial find phase. They achieve this through advanced force operations. These are high-risk, low-visibility deployments where operators are sent deep behind enemy lines. Operators shed their military uniforms entirely. They build ironclad cover identities, sometimes living for months as legitimate businessmen, to cultivate local assets and informants. By embedding themselves directly into foreign environments, this human intelligence network can pinpoint elusive targets from the inside out. Once a target is found, their exact physical location has to be locked down. This is the fix phase, and it relies heavily on signals intelligence, or SIGINT. Orange proved their expertise here decades ago. When U.S. Brigadier General James Dozier was kidnapped in Italy in 1981, an Orange SIGINT team intercepted and geolocated the radio communications of the Reb Brigade's terrorists. That data led Italian police straight to the apartment where he was being held. Today, they rely on a concept called the unblinking eye. The unit has priority access to classified drone fleets, providing persistent 24/7 surveillance. This graphic demonstrates how their Gilgamesh system works. These drones act as simulated cell towers. They force a specific target's phone to connect, revealing the exact coordinates of the device down to the meter. Once Task Force Orange fixes a digital footprint, the target is no longer moving through a blind spot. Their movements are translated into live coordinates on a grid. Only after the target is fixed does the cycle reach the finish phase. This is the kinetic climax, where Delta Force or SEAL helicopters finally move in. But even during the raid, Orange operators are still working. From high-altitude hides or nearby undercover vehicles, they provide real-time overwatch and direct intelligence. The explosive finish phase relies entirely on the silent setup executed hours or weeks prior. A successful raid is merely the starting point for the next cycle, instantly triggering the exploit and analyze phases. Before the dust even settles on the objective, operators strip the target site, bagging hard drives, cell phones, and pocket letter. Looking back at the F3EA diagram, you can see how the loop closes. Embedded analysts process this digital loot on the spot, feeding new coordinates straight back into the find phase to launch follow-up raids within hours. This seamless integration of spies and shooters creates a speed advantage traditional agencies struggle to match. In specific tactical environments, the unit's ability to gather and act on human and signals intelligence has reached an unprecedented scale, a scale that rivals and sometimes exceeds the CIA's field capabilities. Their purview has also expanded well beyond physical on-the-ground surveillance. They now run highly integrated cyber warfare operations, breaking into local networks to track targets digitally before a physical strike is even considered. To stay hidden, the unit changes its classified Special Access Program codenames every 2 years. Traces of names like Centris Spike, Gray Fox, and Intrepid Spear exist in older documents, but their current designation remains heavily protected. The most dangerous weapon in the U.S. arsenal is the silent surveillance that precedes the strike.